In March 2021, a wave of outrage erupted on social media when users saw the new house of Agafya Lykova, built with the support of Russian billionaire Oleg Deripaska. People confidently declare that the house is not strong, not durable, Siberia is not suitable for the cold region. Also, many say that the bears who often visit the Lykovs hut will be able to easily penetrate the new hut, as the structure does not seem very strong and reliable. Also, a wave of indignation arose over this iron stove, which, according to users, will not be able to heat the house in the severe Siberian frosts, which happen on Bolshoye Balkan, sometimes up to -50 degrees. What I want to say about this. First, the iron stove is temporary. In the summer, they plan to build a brick oven, which is simply necessary to keep warm at night. The heated brick gives off heat for a long time and gradually. You don't need to wake up every 2 hours at night and throw up firewood. Secondly, it is not possible to build a house from a round log, since cutting of trees is prohibited on the territory of the reserve. And heavy round logs can only be transported by a cargo helicopter, which is very expensive. One flight of such a helicopter will cost more than the cost of the whole house. Building materials for the house were delivered by river. First, the wooden house was assembled in a Balkan, then the block house was dismantled for delivery to a hard-to-reach area, to the capture of the Lykovs. The building material was lifted to the upper reaches of the river on a snowmobile. In total, it took about 18 flights, because at one time it is possible to transport only 1.5 tons. The cedar house is installed above the steep slope of the Hermit River at its confluence with the Bolshoye Balkan River. For housewarming, the desert prayer book called the Spiritual Fathers and Vladika Cornelius. On March 10, 2021, the wooden house of the Hermit was consecrated by the primate of the Russian Orthodox Old Rite Church, Metropolitan of Moscow and All Russia Cornelius. Upon arrival at the place of residence of Agafya Lykova A, Vladika served a prayer service to the Mother of God icon, free-handed, and performed the rite of consecration of the new temple. The construction of the hut, as well as the trip of the priesthood to Agafya Lykova A, was organized by the Russian entrepreneur and philanthropist Oleg Deripaska. Metropolitan Corneli congratulated Agafya Lykova A on the consecration of the temple, wished the strength of strength and God's help in his labors. For the new house, Vladika presented a newly painted icon of the Holy Trinity and a traveling icon of the monks of Sima and Savati, the wonderworkers of Solovets. On this trip, priest Vladimir Gospodaria Orenburg arrived at Zamkolikov together with Metropolitan Corneli, priest Igor Milnikov, Novokuznets, and protodeacon Viktor Savliev, Moscow. The clergy invited by the Taiga Hermit were accompanied by the director of the Caucasus Reserve, Viktor Nepomniachtchi, and Andrei Gorbatyuk, employee of the Russian Technological University Myria. This is the second visit of Agafya Lykova as the primate of the church. Thus, Metropolitan Corneli made his first visit to the Lykovs on April 9, 2014. This year 2021 marks the 10th anniversary of the accession of Agafya Lykova A to Russian Orthodox Old Believers Church. In turn, Agafya Lykova thanked the benefactor for the help provided and all those who worked in construction. Such a beauty has been built, God grant everyone good health, especially spiritual salvation. There is a considerable distance from the place of Lykovs monastery to the nearest Old Believer parishes. So, to the city of Gorno-Altaysk and the village of Krasnogorsk -180 kilometers in a straight line, and about 270 kilometers to the city of Novokuznetsk. Earlier, the director of the reserve reported that Lykova sent a letter to the businessman Oleg Deripaska with a request to help build a new house. The old hut was in poor condition. In turn, the businessman's representative stated that Deripaska agreed to help the hermit. In December, construction began on a new hut for the hermit. Recall that you can read the history of the appearance of the Lykov family in the upper reaches of the Balkan in recently published book by Sergei Usik, Exodus, the history of the Lykov family, the presentation of which took place in a number of cities of Western Siberia. You can buy the book by contacting the author directly and agreeing on the shipment. A link to Sergei Usik's Facebook page can be found in the description of this video. This is the only book about a family of old believers that has not been censored in any way. In it you will read the whole truth. I also ask you to subscribe to the channel, press the bell for notifications. Rate this video and chat in the comments about the family of famous old believers. I also ask you to go to other videos about Agafya Lykova, which you now see in the end screensavers. Thank you all for watching.